was a technical glitch. Now we are recording. So now I can say with certainty that we will be able to record and post this later. Yes, absolutely, Debbie.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry about the technical difficulty.
Right.
Technical. Okay, so we're going to be kind and respectful to each other. Video on or off. Please do mute yourself unless you are asking a question. And welcome. Let's get down to it. I'm going to go ahead and jump to our next slide of important dates. And Laura, do you want me to throw it back to you?
Okay, so now this is the official important dates. Right. And for those of you who know me, I'm a little bit wiggly about important dates, but let's just talk about the important dates. So by October 1st, we need the applications. And I know Jennifer has put this up on important dates. I'm wiggly. I'm a little bit wiggly with that, but let's try and at least get your names in there. December 1st, we're going to be talking to the applicants and tell you if you're in or not. Now, being in, I have never said no to anyone, but because there's too many people, not too many people, there's so many people now, instead of begging, I'm like, oh no, I'm being extraordinarily demanding of your costumes. So if I perceive your costume not to be up to snuff, we will talk about it and we will figure out how to make it more up to snuff. So we will notify you whether it's up to snuff or not. And okay, May 15th, 2025. I am not sure why we have this particular date, Jen. No, I'm not allowed to say that, right?
No, sorry. That's May 15th, 2026. Let me.
Oh, thank God.
There we go. 2026.
Yes. I was prepared to be so wiggly. Yeah. Okay. Everybody breathe a sigh of relief. All my peeps, my peoples. And it's, yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. So 2026. Now that's good because June is, like the next month. So yeah, that had me freaking out too, Anastasia. So she's fixing it right away.
Sorry, it's a Canva. I can't actually fix it because it's a JPEG, but I will fix it for later. Don't worry.
Okay, so everybody stop freaking out. You've got a chunk of time to create your costumes. And that being said, quite a few of you have already started your costumes, finished costumes for Tacoma, and you can make more costumes if you're into it, which we will talk about during the question and answer period. June 6th is the Glass Fashion Show. Many of you sort of know where it is. We're not actually supposed to say where it is, but we're not. See, I'm not allowed. What's that funny noise? Sounds like somebody's torching.
Yeah, if everyone can make sure that they are muted. I do see that there is one guest who is not muted, and it's the little microphone button on the lefternmost button. Thank you so much.
Okay, so marvelous. Those are our wiggly dates. The non-wiggly dates, by May 15th, your costumes have to be finished. And I'm going to be harsh. And if you show up, like quite a few people have done, with a half-assed costume at the Glass Fashion Show, I'm not going to let you on the stage. I'm sorry, which I have done. But this is more rigorous, and there's reasons for that. Okay, everybody happy with those instructions, those dates, those wigglynesses? Okay, great.
Looks like we have a raised hand. Laura, are you ready for a question?
Yes.
May 15th, 2025 is when the
No,
costume.
no.
I'm
It-
sorry, I
it-
missed that.
It was a mistake and she's going to
Okay.
change it. It's 2026.
I'm
It's
sorry. I
correctly
was,
submittable.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody else. I apologize.
Okay.
Yeah, that is so wrong. That we'll make it right.
But now you all have breathed a sigh of relief and you have an extra year. Look at it that way. You have an extra year.
Yeah. Yes. That is true. Okay.
Operate as if it's due in 2025 so that it's actually done by 2026.
Yeah, right.
Having made a costume, I know how that works.
Okay. Now, once you are all approved, then basically, those of you who've been in my shows before know that I then start writing personal letters to the whole group. We have our group. I call it the master list. Everybody's on the master list. And then I communicate with you. And then I send you out notifications. You ask me questions. And it becomes a very intimate, personal kind of joining together. Once, we figure out who's going to be in the show. And you will never be confused. You just have to talk to me directly when we figure this all out. Does that sound good to everybody? Okay, I want to go over what I am expecting. I am expecting over the top, incredible, amazing, extraordinary costumes. Someone I know in Toronto, Dwin, has finished one and is working on a second one, and it is one of the most amazing costumes I've ever seen. And so we have a high bar. Now, because of many reasons, but let me see, Sally, have my outfits in the past been up to snuff? Sally, you have done some of the craziest costumes we've ever had. And in Murano, remember I had to take the X-Acto knife and cut it open to put your hands so you didn't drown if you fell in. So we will be making sure that your costume is safe, very safe. Okay. But I do love your costumes. So this time I am expecting, let's start at the top. I want something on the head, some sort of headgear with glass involved. That's sort of goes, it's going to be a glass fashion show. So glass something, headpiece. It can be, beautifully designed, or it can be outrageous and, sticking out of your head, whatever. Next, I want a lot of glass on your body. In some fashion shows, I mean, we've evolved since 1989, people have sometimes shown up with just a few pieces of glass. This time, I like a lot of glass involved. This is why you have so much time. And then lastly, we need something on the shoe area. Hot glue, some glass on the shoe. So we're completely glassified. We're glass fashionistas. I don't think this is too much to ask. I think that if you want to be in a show in 2026, we did start in 1989. I think you have to go all out. Do you agree with me? Yeah, like Susan Block, when you showed up with your giant dress that we had to build a quick stage for at Corning and push it up on this ramp, that was an incredible dress. It was a ball gown filled with giant glass flowers. I'm not saying that every centimeter has to be full of glass. It's just the look has to be very glass centric. And then together we can talk about it we can email or talk about it when I'm dealing with you individually. Okay? And of course, gloves, nails, whatever, glasses out of glass. Next, let me just go through this again, since you're all listening to me. You don't have to make the glass all yourself. Some of you might. Dwin flameworked her entire costume, thousands and thousands of pieces. Unbelievable. You can go to Michael's and get mirrors and little pieces of glass. And you can go to Value Village and find recycled glass. You can, you don't have to actually make it all if that's also freaking you out. You can use found glass, recycling, glass. You can use a combo of everything, right? These are balls that Karina made for me for this show. It was from a installation of mine. So you can, work together, collab. Anything goes as long as it's glass. Next, I'm sorry, I'm gonna just have to say this once, maybe probably twice, because the show's at and not New Orleans. Anything, it was the burlesque glass fashion show. You cannot have any pubic hair showing. That is on the slider because
Redacted.
it happened. Because it happened, and my name was Mud for a rather long time.
Okay.
Okay. And now, does anyone
I'm
have
getting tired, y'all.
any questions? Very important, yes. Now, of course, we did have naked people on stage after that rather unfortunate costume, and they just shaved it. So it was, there was no hair. We will deal with that on an individual basis. Yeah. Virginia, do you want to be naked on stage? No. Okay.
We have a couple more questions. Laura, you ready to pause for a
I'm
couple?
ready. Now fire questions and I'll shut up.
Okay. Let's see. The queue is starting with Anastasia, please.
Anastasia.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for hosting this. This is really exciting. I have, I guess, two-ish questions. Can we submit in our applications multiple options for costume ideas, or is it down to just one?
You can submit as many thoughts as you want. Do you want to make them all? If you want to create more than one costume, you have to be on stage all the costumes at the same time.
Okay.
Right? But you can have, and the thing is, I'm going to say, you can send an initial design, right? And then over the year of making it, you talk to me back and forth. And if you're having trouble figuring out how to attach it, I'm really good at attaching, we can talk about that. So I will work with all of you individually. Once I see your initial idea. Don't freak out that you have to have some complete, masterpiece. I just want to have a basic idea of what you want to do.
Okay. Awesome. That answers that question really nicely. I also had a question about if we can, instead of, I know you really want glass on the footwear, but instead, is there a way that we can include glass maybe on the legs that are slowly then incorporated into the footwear without having glass on the, no?
Oh, no. Wait. All I'm saying is that whatever shoe you wear, right, should have some glass on it. You can make your costume, your legs can be glass, whatever. But a lot of times in most of the shows, you get these great costumes and then footwear. But this, and because we're raised up, right? We're high up.
Oh, okay.
In the undisclosed location in North America.
Yeah. I said the shit word. Okay. am I blushing? Yes. In the undisclosed area in North America on the eastern part, a couple of hours from my house, the catwalk will be raised. So everybody's face is going to be at the foot line. So we want them to have like a complete view. Sorry. Good
Okay.
thing I didn't sign that non-disclosure. Next question, please. Yeah, got a lot of laughing going on. Okay,
Let's see. Next in our queue is Sally. Hi,
Sally. Sally.
Okay, so since we don't know the location, do we have any safety concerns? Like, I remember last time, you know, like that one time I made that outfit where all the glass like, you know, like together. Do we have to worry about that?
Sally, darling, you've been in quite a few shows. You always have to worry about safety. Are you talking about the piece that you made that we showed in Toledo where you all of a sudden spun around and the whole thing just spun?
Well, yes, and in the first show I was in, it was a big rainstorm, and so when the whole thing I spun around, well, one of the raindrops went out into the audience. But
Yeah, that
now is
cannot.
that place that we're going to be going to freak out about that?
Yeah, I'm going to freak out about that. It has to be very well attached. I remember when Benji jumped out on stage and half his costume fell off. And then, you know, people will like hurt their feet. So we have to have the costumes. This is everybody. You have to have the glass not unattached. Sally. I mean,
I have these furnace tubes that are in tune, and I'd like to hang them so they'll just swing just a little bit so that we get this beautiful chiming sound.
right now, we've had skirts and things made out of boro tubes.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty strong, but
This
when
will make cords, so it would be stronger.
okay, so for those of you who've never seen a show or have been in a show, we dance. Basically, we have our costume and you're in an order and we dance. And so, of course, glass can't fly off into the audience. That's very bad. In Murano, we didn't care about the glass on our shoes because we were in boats. We just cared about falling in and drowning. So we will not be on water this time. But we must make sure that the glass is really like tied on. And another thing while I'm talking about it, and I will write this all out in our first memos, is that your attachments don't have to be a thing of beauty. You do not have to make a design couture ready costume. If you want to take like pieces of wire and wire it on, that's fine. The wire will just become part of the costume. You know, and I like a lot of texture and things sticking out so the audience is really excited about it. And those things have to be fairly well attached. We also have people with white gloves and little dust pans who do go out onto the catwalk and clean up the glass that does fall off. So we have a contingency plan. Jennifer,
Yeah.
have we told them yet that you have managed to get their conference fee
Discount.
yeah, could you tell them about that?
Absolutely. So yes, anyone who is an official Glass Fashion Show participant will have a 50% discounted conference pass. So what that will be through a coupon code that will come to you either from GAS itself or from Laura. We'll figure that part out later. We got some time. But just that is in gratitude, and we know it's a small token. We wish we could do more, but it's in deep, deep gratitude for the work that you are doing to create this phenomenal event for our community, because Those of us who have been there and seen one, I fell in love with gas the minute I saw Rick Allen walk on stage in a spacesuit in 2016. That moment changed my life. So you're doing amazing work by participating in this. And Shebnem, I see you on here. I'm wearing my bracelet that you gave me still in Berlin. So hi. And I just want to say really quickly that we will be, there's 3 more questions and I will be running through how to apply. So if you have questions about how Submittable works, I will be going over that. So if your questions are regarding how to apply, just hold on that, please. But if it's more questions for Laura, then let's keep going. And I'm going to try to rein us in at about 1:40 so we can get to those topics. And then we'll have a little bit more time for Q&A after that.
Okay.
You ready for the next couple questions, Laura?
See.
Okay, I hope I pronounce your name somewhat correctly. Sershin?
Yes, my name is Sin. Nice to meet you. I'm from Turkey.
Yes.
I attended last year to Ömür Duraerk's Denizli Bienal glass fashion show.
Yes, you did. I remember.
Yeah, I am the glass mosaic artist.
Yes. Yes. Beautiful.
It's so nice to meet you tonight. I just would like to ask if I can attend as a glass mosaic artist.
Yes, of course. We would love for you to attend as a glass mosaic artist. We've only had one costume. That was Carrie Ann, who made in Murano a beautiful mosaic breast piece. So please, that would be wonderful.
Thank
And
you.
I'm so happy
Thank
that
you.
people from Turkey are going to come to this glass fashion show. Yes. In fact, next week, I'm going to Oaxaca, Mexico to run a little glass fashion show in the American Latina conference there. So we're going to do a little glass fashion show in Mexico. It's kind of filtered out in the world, but yes,
Thank
absolutely. This is wonderful. Merhaba, merhaba.
Merhaba, sevgiler. Thank you. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Jennifer.
Yeah. David, the application is due this year, 2024, with the understanding that you will be working on and developing your costume, but you need to get your contact details and a sketch or something in by October 1st of this year.
Yeah, just your name, little sketch, so we can have you in our database.
All right, we have Julia is next with a question.
Julia.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
My piece that I was going to continue to work on was made specifically to illustrate a song. Can we tie the exhibit of that piece to a particular song, or is it just going to be general music?
That is a very good question. In the past, I have not really been able to do that so well. What is the song?
Purple Rain.
Oh, now we have used Purple Rain before. So we can attempt to do that.
Okay, I can provide you with the song.
Yeah, we definitely have the song. Now, one of the problems is we have to use the music that the place that we're going to have, I almost said it again, the place that we're going to have the glass fashion show, they help me with the music. And because we're filming it, we need permission. So there's songs in a catalog that we can use.
Okay, yeah, I'd have to get
This is the problem.
permission from the originator.
Well, we did use Purple Rain before, but sometimes when we want to publish the music that goes along with it, we have to have permission.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the answer is maybe. Will it affect your costume if we can't?
Maybe I'll do another.
Well, send me your ideas and we can talk about it. And then
Okay,
I will
sure.
discuss this with certain people I'm working with. How's
Okay,
that?
great. Thank you.
Okay, hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Fantastic. And our Opal has a question. Thank you,
Opal.
Opal, for your patience.
Yeah, hello. So I just need to get one thing right. So we're actually modeling our own costumes.
Ah, that is a very good question.
We'll
Well,
be getting to that in a minute.
here is an answer for you. It is way more fun to model your own costume. I highly, highly recommend it. It means that you will not be doing gas things on that Saturday. Hence, we finally got you a discount. But if you have more than one costume, which you're allowed to have, you can have more costumes. It's just that you have to get other people to model. I also have a list of models of all sizes and shapes. But I highly recommend you model your own. If you do not want to, then we will find you a model. How's that? Is that a good answer?
That's a great answer. The other thing is, I done the English Biennale's Hot Handbook one, and I actually done costume for a warrior. Would I be able to do sort of like a superhero with a shield? And
of course.
Yeah.
You know what? Send me all the sketches and your ideas, right?
Okay. Cool. I'm a bit of a sci-fi geek, so I thought it could be a bit different. So
I think it's a marvelous idea.
Glass Dalek, anyone?
Yes.
definitely.
Actually, I'm very excited to see that now I do have, and a lot of them are not on this call because they think they know it all. I have a lot of people already signed up from the last show that I had to cancel. And I'm very happy to see new people who want to make costumes, because I think this glass fashion show is something that makes us all so happy. It is for the community, by the community. I'm very strong in the, keeping the glass community current. We're having a lot more diverse people than formerly, because we're trying to bring more diverse people into gas in the glass world. It's going to be really fantastic. When the last question has been answered, I'm just going to then, before you explain, Jennifer, tell them the good news about this next show.
Absolutely. We have 2 more questions. So we're going to go Kay Ruby and then Sophia. And then after that, we're going to pause questions until after we get through Laura's announcement and my run through of applications. So Kay Ruby, what you got?
Kay Ruby has been in
Hi.
how many shows?
It's been a few years, but I'm back.
Wait a minute, Kay Ruby, weren't you in the very, very first one where you got electrocuted in your head?
No, that was somebody else.
That was something else. Okay. All right, good. That was a bad thing. Okay, never mind.
Thank goodness. Okay, my quick question was, you said that we can model ourselves. Can we bring our own model? Someone we've built this on?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Perfect. Thank you. See you there.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Ruby, are your children going to come? Or no, that was Amy's. Somebody else brought their children. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah. Yes, you can bring your children.
So
I'll bring them if they'll come. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Kay Ruby. All right, Sophia.
Kia ora. How are you, Laura?
Oh, hi, Sophia.
How are you doing? Καλά είμαι, μια χαρά, ευχαριστώ. Nice to see everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited with the last person who spoke. Sorry, I'm just trying to find, has that for light better. I'm excited about the person who talked about the shield, because yeah, my idea has a shield on it. So that's all I wanted to say, no question.
Yes, no. And 1 year I did a giant shield with that weighed like 60 pounds that made my arms bleed. But I love shields. So Are you're still in New Zealand?
I'm still in New Zealand.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a coffee
People
glass
are
caster,
coming
so
from all over.
yay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, is that the last question?
That's the last
That
question
was
for
it.
now.
It wasn't a question. Just wanted to say hi and thank you to everyone, and I'm quite excited about it. See ya.
Polikalo. Okay, so
Yeah.
now this is going to be a different. This is never I'm so excited I can't even speak. Okay, Laura, take a breath. Now there's a Emmy award-winning documentary filmmaker who lives in the United States of America. He has won a number of Emmys for his documentaries. And quite a number of years ago, I worked with him on a different project about refugees when I was doing my Holocaust sculptures. Anyway, he found out about the glass fashion show, and I showed him lots of pictures and videos, and he went out of his mind. And if we can raise enough money, he wants to do a full 90-minute, take it to the, to the Venice, film festival kind of documentary on the glass fashion show, on the history of the glass fashion show. And then he's going to follow like 5 or 6 artists in their journey, and then do little interviews with them. And then he's going to film in the glass fashion show itself, in the next place it's going to be in. And it's going to be history in a documentary, the history of the glass fashion show. And I'm very excited. The only problem is that I have to help raise quite a bit of money because he's nonprofit. So hopefully all together we can come up with ideas and raise some money for this. But that's not really your job. Your job is to make the most incredible costumes. So when he comes with his film crew to film this documentary, it's going to be outrageous on stage. Okay, that's all. Yeah, how much money do I need? Too much.
Too much. We will be the one thing, as Laura said, definitely not your job to help raise money, but we will be having a crowdfunding, a GoFundMe, and if you can share every time somebody shares one of those, what we want is for that crowdfunding platform to go viral. And really, that would be the most amazing way to help them raise some money. So by just sharing within your family, your network, your social media platform, you can do so much good to help with that. So
yes, and we will be starting that next in 2025. So not to worry. First, Jennifer will make sure you know how to apply.
Yeah, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how to apply. I'm going to run through this, and then we're going to actually take a quick tour of Submittable in case anyone needs one. Submittable is a platform that's just going to help keep all of our information together and organized for Laura, so that she can have little individual files with all of your contact info and your sketches and designs, and make her life a little easier. So please use Submittable. If you cannot use Submittable, if you have some barrier to ability that will not let you fill that out, email me anything that you want to put in your application, and I am happy to generate that application for you. Okay. Like some of these things we've already chatted about, you may submit individually or as a group. If you are a group costume, we need one point of contact. Now, everyone can be on the email list, but we need to know that if we have a question, if we need to get a hold of somebody, we need one person that we know is going to pick up the phone, answer the email, what have you. Artists may choose to model their own work or elect to have it modeled by another. We talked about this May 15th, 2026. There it is. May 15th, 2026 deadline for photographing your work and getting it to Laura so that she can do the final, yes, you pulled through, or you better step it out because that's not going to make it onto the stage. As we heard, artwork must feature glass as the primary element. And we're Laura's looking for originality, craftsmanship, intentionality, creativity, all those wonderful things. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to help with covering shipping costs. Laura can't afford it. Gas can't afford it. However, I write a mean letter of support. So if you need it, we are happy to provide letters of support on fancy gas letterhead for any grants that you are applying for to help with shipping. And then Gas will supply the Glass Fashion Show artists with a 50% discounted conference pass as a token of gratitude. And it has to be your costume. Please don't rip off somebody else's work. And let's see, Wendy from Belgium. Okay, so the Glass Fashion Show is going to be happening on last evening, the Saturday of the conference in 2026. If you would like to attend the conference, you need a conference pass to do that. If you are just coming to participate in the Glass Fashion Show, I guess, Laura, you don't mandate that somebody goes to the conference to participate in the fashion show, do you? That's a good
No,
question. Thank
no,
you.
That's a very good question. What's happened in the past is people have flown in with their costumes and they've used all of their money, and then they can't afford a conference pass, which makes me very angry. So because of you, Jen, you managed to get what I've been asking for years. So I'm very excited that 50% off your, and when we have registration, we're going to have probably a spot where you don't have to pay the whole fee.
Yep, we'll provide a coupon code.
We'll figure that out. And as well, Jen, we will write, if you're coming across the border, a lot of you will be bringing your costumes across the border. We have letters of intent for you, and we will send that to you way in advance to get you across the border. We have had a couple of little border complications before, so we don't want to have those.
Indeed. Yay. And yes, the entire Gas team, Gas board and staff were both absolutely on board with making sure that y'all get some sort of compensation. So very, very glad that we were able to make it happen. Not just me though. But,
well,
Bree, our next question is coming from Bree. What's up?
Bree.
We're putting in individual outfits as well as a collaborative if we have to send in separate applications.
You should be able to do 2 separate applications on Submittable. I think if you're, I think dividing that up, if you are a single artist who has multiple ideas, maybe put that in one application. But if you are doing both an individual and a group costume, maybe make those 2 separate applications. I think that would be easier to keep things organized.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Bree.
You're welcome.
Bye.
And last question for right now is Chelsea.
Chelsea, one of my stars.
Yay.
Hi there. Thanks, Laura. I think you might have just answered my question. I would like to submit a group of costumes.
Yes.
If you just give me, so in one application then?
Yes.
Okay.
And they all, and Chelsea, like you've done before, they all come out at the same time.
Perfect.
And
Perfect.
you have your own models normally, and
Yeah, probably the same.
Right. Perfect.
Okay, we'll talk.
Very excited.
Thank you.
Okay, so I am switching over to your view when you sign on to Submittable. And please don't take this personally, anyone, but I get this question a lot. You cannot use your Gas credentials to sign on to Submittable. Okay, this is not the Glass Art Society website. This is part of submittable.com. So if you do not have a Submittable account, it is free. You just need to type in your email and a password to make a Submittable account. Again, if you have any questions, I am more than happy to help you troubleshoot that. So when you go to the link to apply, you will sign into Submittable, and then this will be the first page that you see. And I'm just going to go ahead and walk through with you what it looks like to submit a proposal. Can anyone? Yep. Okay. Just checking what you guys are seeing. Good, good, good. All right. So you'll see this page, which basically just goes over everything we've just discussed. as well as this lovely letter from Laura reminding you about headpiece and footwear and 80% glass. This will be open through October 1st. If you miss the deadline and Laura wants to give you some wiggle room, you'll just need to email me and I'll be able to send you a link to extend the deadline for you. But please don't do that if you can avoid it. If you can avoid it. Again, it does not have to be complete. So as long as you're sending, sketches and ideas. So now you all know where I live. Please don't send me any hate mail. This is where you'll put in your address. So that's pretty basic information. And then you'll have to click save and continue. And then you'll have to go and scroll again. You'll need to put in your name. We would love to know your preferred pronouns just to make sure we address you correctly, your email, website, online portfolio, or social media handle. If you really don't have any of the above, you can just put in NA. And then we would love to know if you have participated in a glass fashion show before, and if so, what years were they? And then your bio, nothing crazy long, but this might be a good way to help introduce you to the documentary crew. If Laura doesn't know you, hasn't worked with you before, but sees something really interesting standing out in your bio, that might be an impetus for her to reach out to you to be part of this documentary. And then if you are doing a solo costume, you'll be able to just go ahead and type in your costume description. This will be limited to 250 words. And then here you will be able to upload files. So it can be pictures, it can be sketches. Please no video, just because that makes it really challenging to organize those files.
Yeah.
And then if you have a caption list, for example, if your costume is already complete and you've had pictures taken by a professional photographer, we need to make sure that we have that photographer's information so that we can properly credit them if we use this in promotion. So if your photos are self-explanatory, don't worry about it. If you want a caption list, if you need to give anyone photo credit other than yourself, please make sure to put that there. And then an optional demographics, which just helps us make sure that we are maintaining the kind of diversity that GAS and of course Laura both strive for, to make sure that we are presenting a event that is representative of our entire community. Now, if you are doing a group costume, you will have this little pop-up here where you can provide full name, location, which country they're in, an email, and social media handle if you have it for each additional person who is participating in your group costume. No, that is not for a model. That's not for your model. That's just for if you are working with a group of people, doing costumes together.
So you mean like a collab, like collaborating? So when you say group costume, you mean a collaboration between?
Right. If there's so additional artist details is so that if we know that there are multiple artists working on the same costume or group of costumes, that we have their information too.
Right. Okay.
We have the full list of participating artists, right?
Okay. We have a question from Cindy.
Yay. Hello, Cindy.
Hello. This is so exciting. If we have a group costume and like 6 costumes and 6 artists working on them, do we all get the half price into the conference? Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh okay.
Let's go ahead. And so then once you've scrolled down past all of, you've filled out as much of the demographic information that you are comfortable with. And all of this is very, very optional. Just want to let you know.
That's not me. That's GAS.
Yeah, we do this on every single application that we put out there.
Yeah.
So it is optional. You do not have to answer any question that you are uncomfortable with. And then you just go ahead and hit submit. If you hit submit and then all of a sudden realize that you forgot, you uploaded the wrong photo, you just accidentally uploaded your vacation photos from, Corsica instead of your costume, it's fine. Please don't panic. You can go back into your submittable account and request for me to reopen your application for editing, and you can fix whatever problem that occurred. So that is submittable. Does anyone have any questions about that process or how that?
I know that I can't do that stuff, so I'm glad you're, yes. It just, and I'm just reminded because I mean, the last show, not the one in Murano in the boats, but we had over 100 people on stage. And also we didn't have enough room in, I have to just say this, in the place that we were showing it. Hi, Sandy. So we have to do the show twice. So it's an all night affair. So we have to do it twice, meaning you're going to be in your costume for many hours. When you're designing your costume, think about how do I pee? Because you know, that is a very important thing to think about.
Flashbacks from Murano. Thank you for that, Laura.
Oh God. Just over the boat. Anyway, yes. Yeah, we did break Lino's toilet, didn't we? So
it wasn't me. We do have a question from Sandy. I love the headpiece, by the way, Sandy.
Oh, good, Sandy. That's a say
You're muted.
there. Look at Sandy. Can't hear you.
There we go.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay,
Sandy,
thank you.
There's an example of a headpiece.
Yeah, now I would never dream of attending one of these things without dressing up slightly. So here we are. But my question was about the sketches. Is it super important for like the DPIs or PDF sizes or anything like that? Or can we just basically do the sketch, take a picture, send it in, or does it have to be a certain way?
It's nice to be able to see, especially if you spent time on a sketch, to make sure that we can see it. So like a shot with the cell phone would be fine, or an iPad. This does not have to be fancy. 300 DPI is like, you know, one of those point and shoot, you know, cameras from 1998. Okay. So yeah, just use your best judgment. I think if the file is obnoxiously large, Submittable won't let it through, but you know, please just don't send a thumbnail, because then both Laura and I will be sitting there with our magnifying glass trying to see it.
Right. Okay. So something good for internet viewing. Okay.
Basically, just want to have an idea. You know, you don't have to like do like a Michelangelo painting. I just need to know what you're thinking.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Great question. Thank you, Sandy. Well,
any other questions or thoughts or observations?
Actually, I have one. Oh, hold on.
Grigori.
I will defer to Grigori.
Yeah, that's Olga actually. That Grigori is my husband.
Oh, hi, Olga.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Yeah, this is so exciting. So the fact that when I'm sending, I can say that this is a prototype, and it's clear that it's a prototype and it's going to be changed, and that's fine.
Yes. Yes.
Great. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you all have to remember, I don't know, I think most of you might know me or know of me or have worked with me before. I put these on so the artists have a chance to make something outrageous that they normally wouldn't make in their studio. That's one reason I started it all. And I just want to make sure that you're doing the best job that you can. And we'll be going over all of this while you're making it. If you have problems attaching or thinking about how to do something on your head, we'll go over all of that. Jennifer, did you just raise your hand?
I did, because
Hands hand.
Hand, raise your hand. I got hands for days. that actually kind of pinged into something I was thinking was this has been so fun to see sparks starting to fly between all of your brains in this really generative way. I think it'd be really neat I'd be happy to organize, optional meetings like this of just like grab a glass of wine, grab a coffee, come hang out, talk about your costume.
Oh, I love that.
Google Meet. Would that be a fun way of like building community, getting to know each other a little bit? And like, man, I was using E6000, but oh wow, that's a lot of hearts. I'm glad that people like that idea.
Yeah. I love that idea. I mean, Jennifer, you know me. I am like a techno impaired old person, but you're dragging me into like, what people do. Yeah.
It's a moving drag, Laura.
I know. No, I'm happy. I'm happy to.
Awesome.
I love it. I really love it. And we'd also like some males involved and some, other people's. I have now the other thing, Jennifer, is I've already recruited a bunch of people that I wanted on stage, and I'm sure none of them have written to you because whatever. So I will get their names and send them to you.
That works
as
we
well.
Can work with that. We can work with that. Looks like we have a comment or question from Sally.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Fig. We should have Fig up there.
You know what, Sally, what I do is I'll see the list of people and then I reach out. I know Rick Allen also wants to make something else, and Shelley. I'm going to have to stop at 100 people or, there's just not that much room to have the ton of people that are in these shows. We need a giant auditorium, but anyway, Melanie, you raised your hand.
Yes.
Hello, Melanie.
Hi there. I'm just curious how many people do you know that are applying?
People know after October 1st.
Yeah, we probably have 60 by now.
Okay.
So we're okay. We're okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
what's happened to me all before is that as the time gets closer, more and more people want to submit. But this way we're kind of prevent that giant stampede where I'm like, sure, yes, because I'm a yes person. But over the past few years, I've become tough, man. No.
Okay. All right.
Laura's yes gets to be balanced by my no. I have teenagers, so I'm used to being bad cop.
Evans. Yeah. Okay. I think a lot of questions have been answered.
I think so too.
I'm really glad that we did this.
Same. So again, questions about your costume, you probably want to talk to Laura. Technical difficulties, questions about, the nature of the beast on the other side of things, please do feel free to reach out to me. If you don't hear back from me this week, I am out of office. My brother's wedding is on Friday, and I will be, there's about 300 pounds of flowers outside that I'll be dealing with for the rest of the day.
You're getting married in Norfolk?
No, I'm in Montana. I'm in Whitefish.
You're in Montana. That's why you're not in your house. I see. Okay.
Yeah, sneaky like that. So, yes,
Oh, wonderful.
I'll be back next week with plenty of time to help you with all of your technical difficulties if they occur. And thanks so much, everyone, for your time. We will be posting this recording on our YouTube page after we edit out certain parts of it, Laura.
Yes. I'm sorry. I disclosed, but I think it's stupid.
I love you anyway.
I'll tell you in Texas.
That's right.
Right.
You all in Texas, hopefully, too.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
All right. Bye, everybody.
I'm expecting greatness.
Bye. Thank you.
Stop recording.